This is the real-life Hogwarts and the world of Harry Potter found right here at the Warner Brothers Studio Tour in the UK. The tour provides a behind-the-scenes look at the filmmaking process. Visitors can walk through iconic locations such as the Great Hall, Diagon Alley, and the Forbidden Forest, along with seat and exhibitions showcasing the artistry and craftsmanship that went into creating the film. Along with that, there's also incredible food taken straight out of the movies. Join me and we can explore the Warner Brothers Studio Tour together, where the magic of film comes to life. With that being said, sit back, enjoy, and let's make it happen.
Welcome to Hogwarts.
First up, we have the Great Hall, one of the most iconic sets in the entire franchise. It looks incredibly stunning and very beautiful. Many memorable scenes were filmed right here, including the Sorting Hat ceremony. Me personally, I think I'd be a Gryffindor. Look at all the details on the ceiling and on the walls that are present in this hall. The statues on the wall that hold the light really have to immerse you in the experience, and it's quite cool actually. There's so many lights that hang from the ceiling that really add to this fantasy-like experience.
You may notice some floating candles right above your head. By some, I mean 400 floating candles originally positioned how they were during the early production filming of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
It must have been really fun to film here, and in fact that's what most of the actors said. Also, these long tables where students would eat are equally as iconic. It's truly breathtaking. Furthermore, in the back of the hall, they have on display so many cool outfits that the actors actually wore during filming. You're able to see Harry's, Hermione's, Ron's, Snape's, and even Hagrid's outfits, just to name a few. I will say Hagrid was huge. Apparently the actor actually wore stilts. The detailing time put into these costumes is truly remarkable. The fabric utilized to build these costumes make them look sleek and demands attention when you look at them in person. I really enjoyed the Great Hall. After the Great Hall, you are led into a giant set that consists of even more iconic filming locations and various props used in Harry Potter. I quickly passed through the hair and makeup sections where many wigs and dresses reside. You can really see the care and love they put into the films. I find it so cool how interactive some of these areas actually are. There are really cool audio cues that play when you pass them. As I continued through the studio, I saw many more cool sets and props, such as some of the wands and casual clothes Harry and the crew used in the movie, as you can see right here in the Gryffindor common room, which is very aesthetic too. Two of the coolest places I saw in the studio was the massive swinging clock and the clock tower. It just kept going back and forth. The second place was Dumbledore's office. Leading up to the office was Griffin's stairwell, and it held this incredible statue of a griffin that looked quite menacing. It was very detailed, however the real beauty comes when you enter the office itself. As you walk in and look up, you're mesmerized by all the paintings hung on the wall. The architecture of the office is really beautiful too. Within the office is the costumes worn by Michael Gambon along with Fawkes, who is a highly intelligent male phoenix, and Albus Dumbledore's animal companion and defender for 59 years. Talk about loyal. Everything here is a one-to-one replica from the movie, but the reason this is so remarkable is because you would think that most of it would be CGI, not a practical filming set. Next up, the potion storeroom. This is where Severus Snape stored his private, and one might say lavish, supply of potions and potion ingredients, which is found in Hogwarts. Many potions and ingredients that were kept in the storeroom were quite rare, valuable, and difficult to attain in the wider wizarding world of Harry Potter. They're definitely chefing some good potions up here right now, as you can see. I love how interactive and automated much of these locations are. After departing and going around the corner, I was actually greeted by some really cool tips and tricks on how the purple bus was practically utilized and also implemented into the film.
You see behind the bus would have originally been blue screen, replacing London streets and in post. The chandelier is swinging using what's called a pneumatic actuator.
My favorite thing so far about this tour is how informative, and also, as I was stating before, how interactive it really is. There's so many little cool things that you can see just by walking around. Each corner presents a really unique insight into what Harry Potter actually is. And the thing that I noticed is you don't even have to be a really big Harry Potter fan to even enjoy all these little cool details. I feel like anyone can have a really deep sense of admiration, whether they come here or not. It's really incredible. As we continue, the next location is the Forbidden Forest. Quick disclaimer, if any of you watching right now do not like spiders, you're probably going to want to skip this part. As you enter into the forest, you're met by Hagrid and the sound of wolves. You already know this won't be good. The immersion and atmosphere of this is very dark and eerie. It's actually quite incredible. The set designers did a wonderful job at articulating the feelings J.K. Rowling germinated in her book. As you can see, there are giant spiders, which one is called Aragon. You know it took 20 people to build it over 6 months? It is very detailed, like most of these sets and props we've seen so far. Despite its horror and grim setting, this set is home to some of the most magical creatures, including Buffy. The attention to detail is incredible. You can almost hear the whispers of the forest. As I made my way out of the forest, we then entered into arguably another iconic location from Harry Potter, that being the train station. And no, I definitely did not try to run through the wall. Yes, you can actually try and go through the wall. That is certainly one of the interactive things you can do here. It is also good for photo ops too. The train itself is so vibrant. The bright red color really highlights the surrounding area and it's quite atmospheric. There is smoke which protrudes from under and around the train, which gives a sense of wonder and adventure, which you might think the train will take off without you. I made my way inside the train and you can see many different replica scenes and or rooms that were filmed in the train. It's certainly a little bit claustrophobic and it definitely smells like it's been in use for quite a long time. Regardless, I still found it to be an amazing experience. That was incredible, but all of this walking and exploring made me feel quite an appetite. Let's go eat. Here at the Warner Brothers Studio Tour, they serve up all types of delicious food at the Studio Cafe. It's the perfect way to recharge before continuing your adventure. I got butterbeer, a fan favorite drink. It's incredibly popular. A Biscoff cupcake and vanilla ice cream. Talk about a sugar rush. I tried the vanilla ice cream first because it was melting, and let me tell you, that is one of the best ice creams I have ever tasted. It was so creamy, almost like a custard, and the vanilla bean was very fresh and tasty. You can tell they used real vanilla bean in the ice cream. I loved it. Next up was the Biscoff cupcake. It was very sugary, but quite good also. If you aren't big on sugar or sweet things, then you might not like this one, but if you are, this is perfect for you. Now for one of the most iconic drinks in Harry Potter, butterbeer. It was incredible. I was actually speechless. Why are all these things so good? It's so creamy and has hints of vanilla. I promise you, I don't know what they put in here, but this one tastes so much better than the one found in Disney. It's not even close. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on this delicious treat. Outside the cafe, there are even more Harry Potter related sets and props, just like the iconic Purple Night bus, which is a triple-decker bus used exclusively for wizards and witches who need emergency transport. I remember I had the Lego version of this as a kid and I loved it. You can even see the Hogwarts Bridge located here too. I then found my way into the iconic house of Harry Potter. There are replicas of famous scenes from the movies here also. These sets are obviously very detailed, down to even the food that was eaten right here in this house. Visually, this looks incredible. They even have a scene of Harry and Dobby, who is one of my favorite Harry Potter characters in the series. After leaving the houses, you are then ushered into the greenhouse garden. I must admit, this one was crazy. See what I mean? Besides all the screaming, it was very interactive also, and quite interesting. After the greenhouse, I then found myself back indoors as I entered into props and costume exhibit. Here is where the magic happens and the world of Harry Potter comes alive. This is one of the highlights of the tour for me. You can see a greater expansion of the actual costumes worn by the cast, from Harry's iconic glasses to Hermione's elegant Yule ball dress. Each piece is meticulously crafted and tells a story of its own. The prosthetics shown here really are incredible and have so much detail. I love how they all are presented. They even have the actual makeup area where the prosthetics and makeup were applied to the goblins. Speaking of the goblins, you can see an array of face masks worn in the film. What I find to be most interesting is that each of these goblins have their own uniqueness to them, whether that's in their face shape, their hair, or even their ears. The attention to detail is fascinating, and it shows how much love was really put into this. They really took the extra mile to bring these characters to life, and it's something that they didn't really have to do, but they did. Furthermore, check out these cool props. Every item was designed with care to enhance the storytelling. Now let's take a look at how some of the magic was created. The special effects area showcases the groundbreaking techniques used in the films, including animatronics and CGI. You even get a chance to see how broomstick flying actually works and was filmed. Here's a fun fact. The actors were often suspended on wires to create the illusion of flying. It's amazing to think about all the work that went into making these scenes come to life. As I continued, I found myself in the magnificent Gringotts Bank, which was so incredible. As you enter, there was triumphant music that played, which is great atmospheric world building. I always found this bank to be quite cool when I first saw it in the movies, but truthfully, this is so much cooler in person. The architecture and textures used to create this set is quite stunning. The teller area is also very unique, especially with its dark and rich tones. It's quite symbolic in a way. The chandeliers are my favorite part of the set. It's so beautiful. Here, there are visuals of the goblins at work, and again, you're able to see so many different types of goblins on display that have so many different cool varieties, and also more costumes on display. Under the bank is the labyrinth tunnels where the bank vault and treasury is held. And as you make your way to the bank, you not only delve deeper into the labyrinth, but also more behind the scene tips and also set designs. And once you make your way to the vault, you're met by this massive collection of valuables. And there's so many cool little things here that you're able to see. However, here is one of the coolest things from the entire tour. That was so cool, right? Next, I made my way into another iconic location from the movies, which is Diagon Alley. This is where Harry first discovers the wizarding world. The shops are filled with authentic props, such as Ollivander's wand shop. Each window really does tell a story. You can feel the presence of J.K. Rowling's atmospheric world. Now comes the final part of this tour. Throughout the tour, we have been seeing every room and area that made up Hogwarts. Along with the replica itself, there are also design plans and processes that went into the creation of Hogwarts. Any Harry Potter fan, this is amazing. But finally, here is the true replica of Hogwarts. Take a look. This tour was incredible. With that being said, now comes the conclusion of today's video. I hope you've all enjoyed the glimpse into the world of Harry Potter. If you're planning a visit, here's a few tips. Book your tickets in advance, wear comfortable shoes, and take your time exploring each exhibit. There's so many little neat things you can find. Whether you're a lifelong fan or new to the series, the Warner Brothers Studio Tour is an unforgettable experience that brings the magic of Harry Potter to life. I hope you all enjoyed, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Take care.